Popular coffee chain Dunkin Donuts is in hot water after a fall festive favorite gets exposed online.
If America runs on this, we're
Spaghetti-like supermarket chicken fuels conspiracies.
This is the end of my journey with chicken. I don't trust it now.
Costco fish surprises a customer.
You're joking. Is that normal?
And a video sparks suspicions over Walmart spices.
Something told me to look in the seasoning before adding it to my food, and look at this.
Let's get into it. Our first story reveals that this fall, certain sweet tooth-triggered purchases from one establishment might be more trick and less treat. It's that time of the year again, when coffee chains dollop the whipped cream with a slightly more generous hand, drizzle caramel in sprawling zigzags and loops, and, of course, find new, ungodly ways to incorporate pumpkin into our morning caffeine fix. Yet, despite the ongoing debate over whether seasonal drinks are festivity in a cup or the equivalent of drinking a candle, coffee chains continue to serve their trusted classics along with new additions every fall. And this year at Dunkin' Donuts, one fan-favorite flavor was ready for its grand comeback, the pumpkin swirl. However, at least one customer wasn't pleased by the drink's return.
Who the thought it was a good idea to put this on the menu?
That's Bobby Parrish, the internet personality behind Flav City, a YouTube and TikTok page built around the goal of helping consumers make healthy choices. And according to Bobby, Dunkin' Donuts pumpkin swirl frozen coffee wasn't one of them.
This drink has 185 grams of sugar in here. How much is it? It's this much. It's 46 teaspoons of sugar.
And what exactly is that in baked goods?
The amount of sugar in there is equal to 14 glazed donuts.
But what about the pumpkin? Surely the fruit at least adds some nutritional value to the drink, right? Well, as the season's spookiest superfood, it would, if there was any pumpkin actually in the drink.
Artificial flavors. There's 12 mentions of sugar and high fructose corn syrup in here. There's 930 calories and 194 carbs. 2/3 of us are already type 2 diabetic or pre-diabetic. If America runs on this, we're
With the TikTok receiving over 2 million views, it was clear Bobby's expose caught the internet's attention. But how had viewers received the information the video presented? Well, it seemed everyone had a different takeaway. This made me realize donuts are so healthy. Girl math means if I don't drink this, I can eat 14 donuts. Some viewers even offered simple solutions to soothe Bobby's distaste for the drink, such as, so don't drink it, calm down, just get a small LMAO. Still, a good portion of users were shocked by the nutritionally bankrupt beverage. It should be illegal. The pumpkin swirl frozen coffee isn't only legal, but it's not the only item on Dunkin' Donuts' menu that should be spiking, if not your blood sugar, then at least alarm. Some comparable drinks include the large hazelnut swirl frozen chocolate that weighs in at 900 calories, 162 grams of sugar, and 176 carbs. The large butter pecan swirl frozen coffee with cream that has 1,160 calories, 181 grams of sugar, and 191 carbs. And then there's the chain's new collaborative coffee with wrapper Ice Spice, the Ice Spice Munchkins drink, a beverage made up of blended pumpkin donut holes called Munchkins, liquid cane sugar, 2 layers of caramel drizzle, whipped cream, and no, not actual coffee, but coffee syrup. Since the chain hasn't updated its nutritional information guide since July 31st, the only available information is that a large Ice Spice Munchkins drink is 1,080 calories. However, Pop Sugar calculated the sugar content, excluding the whipped cream and caramel, at 44 grams, for a small. With these menu items, it's no surprise that a good number of social media users are under the impression that it's not such a good thing America runs on Dunkin'. Or, as one user put it, with Dunkin', America won't be able to run anymore. But is ordering from Dunkin' really as bad as recent bad press has made it seem? In the full menu review Flav City posted to YouTube in 2021, Bobby even acknowledged that menu options at Dunkin's are a mixed bag.
There are some really solid, healthy, I'm talking healthy, nutrient-dense options at Dunkin' Donuts. I was blown away. There's also the flip side, some really bad ones.
That means when it comes to purchasing from Dunkin's or other chains, it's still up to customers to educate themselves and make the decision that's best for them. But, as our second story suggests, sometimes businesses rob consumers of a choice altogether. Lately, chicken has been looking a little different, at least on social media. Various TikTok users have posted videos of their grocery store and butcher shop purchases that look less like chicken in the traditional sense and more like, well, layers of meat Frankenstein together. And that's not the only unappetizing element to this chicken's appearance. Social media users have described the meat as stringy.
So I just want to know one thing. Why does this chicken look like this?
Fragile.
See how it just falls apart? Like, look.
And unusually large.
This thing is huge. That definitely was pumped with something. Are you kidding me? Guys, are you kidding me? What are they giving us? What are they feeding us? I will not be eating any more chicken.
Customers are finding these in supermarkets, big box stores, and restaurants, and it's making everyone squirm. I would not be able to eat chicken for years. Yeah, nah, even if someone told me this was normal, I'm not eating it, LMAO. I actually gagged. So, what's going on? Well, it turns out if it looks like a chicken and tastes like a chicken, it might not actually be a chicken at all.
US regulators have given the green light to the sale of lab-grown chicken products at selected restaurants. Two companies, Good Meat and Upside Foods, have received approval.
The cultivated meat is grown in steel tanks using cells that come from a living animal, a fertilized egg, or a special bank of stored cells.
That's right, lab-grown meat has been cleared for sale in America, and the possibility that restaurants might not have to disclose that they're using fake meat?
If there's no difference, just tell us. Let us make the decision. It's like we should have some kind of informed consent in America.
Has fueled paranoia that not only are stores doing the same,
what do you guys think? Organic or lab-grown?
but that the days of affordable real meat could soon be behind us. However, it seems the current sad state of supermarket chicken is likely the fault of industrial agriculture. As Mary's Health reported, the spaghetti meat chicken occurs because the breast muscle tissue doesn't receive enough oxygen from chickens' developing circulatory systems. Muscle fibers degrade, which then changes the density and texture of meat. And right now, it appears lab-grown meat isn't at the stage where it can be created cheaply or efficiently. And according to the current science, it will possibly never reach that point.
All the analysis we have done here at the College of Engineering at University of California, Berkeley, indicate that unfortunately everything is against having these cells and this meat production at scale in an economical way.
Still, one country has already taken steps to prevent fake meat from infiltrating the market. Italy has become the first country to ban synthetic food and meat.
We think products from labs don't guarantee quality or well-being. And we say with pride that it doesn't guarantee the safeguarding of our culture and tradition.
But whether you're done with the subpar chicken currently lining grocery store shelves across America, or preparing for the lab-grown meat takeover, there is one solution.
If everyone is concerned where their chicken is coming from, I suggest you start ordering direct from a farm. You want to support local farmers. Organic, free range, this is real chicken.
And to many, it seems fake meat is exactly the push Americans needed to stop giving their money to big corporations and start supporting their community. However, our next story proves chicken is far from consumers' biggest concern. One TikTok user was preparing her salmon when she noticed something, well, fishy.
We got this piece of salmon to cook up at Whole Foods, mind you. I just took the bones out because the bones were still in. But tell me why. What is this?
A thin, worm-like creature was wiggling out of the seafood.
You're joking. Is that normal?
The nausea-inducing video was shared by TikToker Mrs. Rogers Hood, the self-proclaimed worm queen, who captioned the post, "If you eat salmon, you should parasite cleanse regularly." And as a follow-up video from the creator pointed out, this customer wasn't the only one who'd purchased tainted fish.
Did you guys see this article dated August 13th, 2023? Immediately put back shopper found live worms. They're everywhere.
This incident occurred on August 8th and was captured by Rachel Lynn in a TikTok. Bruh, not the live worms in the salmon at Costco, read the text overlaying the video. Immediately put it back. But is a parasite cleanse or permanently going off the pink fish really the answer? Well, maybe not. According to the Daily Dot article on Rachel Lynn's parasite encounter in the fish aisle, while the experience can be upsetting, finding worms in salmon is surprisingly common. These worms are a parasite named anisakid nematodes, sometimes referred to as herring worms or cod worms. And guess what? They're present in 75% of wild salmon. In fact, every year, videos of salmon parasites continue to surface on the internet.
Look at that guy. He's happy as hell, just cruising around in there.
There's a worm.
Yup, there's the worm, wrapped with some salmon inside a San Marcos Costco.
This is what disgusted Jack Sanchez.
And while this prevalence has caused some internet users to go fish-free, I won't touch it anymore. Even well-cooked, I just can't. Others weren't fazed. Once they start to reach a warmer temperature, the worms will start to show. They all have it. I worked in meat and seafood at the grocery store. Experts seem to agree. As soon as the salmon is cooked, it's still disgusting but never dangerous. But if the fish is eaten raw, there can be an infection. Michael Gansley, Canada Research Chair in Food Microbiology and Probiotics at the University of Alberta, told CBC in 2019. However, these infections are rare. In the US, there are fewer than 10 cases each year, whereas in Japan, where raw fish is often consumed on a daily basis, this number is notably higher at 1,000 cases per year, according to a 2021 article from medical reporter Ingrid Koo. Still, if you want to indulge in the occasional sushi sesh more safely, according to the New York Times, it's best to store your fish at a surrounding temperature of -4 degrees Fahrenheit or colder for 7 days to lessen the risk of consuming parasites. Unfortunately, our last story demonstrates that no preparation technique can protect shoppers from what mysteries lie in pre-prepared items. On August 21st, TikTok user RTHemi345 posted a video pouring an open bottle of Walmart brand paprika into a bowl.
This is getting out of hand. The seasoning isn't expired, as you can see. Something told me to look in the seasoning before adding it to my food, and look at this.
And what spilled out wasn't just the red pigmented seasoning, but a horde of uninvited guests.
I was tripping out when I seen these little brown bugs in it. You guys need to check your seasonings even if they aren't expired. This is gross.
However, this wasn't social media's first introduction to these creepy crawlies. TikTok was full of stories from users who not only found themselves face to face with the critters.
Can you guys see in there? Oh no, those things fly!
But had the surprise ingredient ruin tried and true recipes. Understandably, social media was now on high alert. It's 1 a.m. and now you have me wondering if my spices have bugs in them, about to check it out. I'm about to throw out all my seasonings without looking. However, not everyone was up for the task. Following recent cases of parasites in fish, fake chicken scares, and fall drinks formulated with enough sugar to induce a diabetic coma, some users didn't have the spare energy to care about what was or wasn't inhabiting their spices. I just take my chances these days. It ain't like we making it out alive anyways. But what were these bugs anyway? TikToker Dr. Casanova Brown seemed to have the inside scoop.
So those are called drugstore bugs or drugstore beetles, and they typically do live inside the spice cabinets.
And unfortunately, the only way to get rid of these critters is to bid farewell to everything else.
That doesn't mean that your house is dirty, but you do need to check everything that has already been opened. Odds are you did not get it from Walmart. They did not come in that Walmart bottle. I would throw everything out and clean out the cabinet, vacuum out the cabinet, and disinfect it, and just buy all new seasonings.
However, if you have unintentionally ingested infested seasoning, rest assured that while the experience might weigh on your psyche, it likely won't affect your health.
I think they're harmless, but at the same time, don't nobody want to eat bugs.
At least, that's a sentiment most of us can agree on. Stay tuned as we continue to report on everything buzzworthy, from viral backlash to social media warnings that could save shoppers hospitalization, nausea, or, at the very least, a cavity. What do you think of these stories? Let us know in the comments below.